Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Henry and Susan, and we are live today again. It has been hot and
Very hot. Look at his head. It's sunburned.
sunburn. For those of you, solar panel cleaning has been off the chain and been out there just working every single day. We are booking 6, 7 jobs a day now just to kind of keep up. And with all the smoke, the fires going on, it's been a little bit tough because of the heat. Been really, really hot out there.
Very, very hot.
Yeah, today was
8 o'clock in the morning. It was 80 degrees where we were at.
right. So we started at 8 o'clock this morning. We were doing some bird proofing, a lot of bird proofing going on around here, a lot of solar panel cleaning going on, not so much gutter cleaning, none of that crap going on. But we are out cleaning solar panels. We leave the window cleaning to the window washers, try to let them do their business. I have been refusing a lot of window cleaning for residential just because we've been so busy solar panel cleaning. And yeah, we just keeping the books busy. And so we're extremely busy. Guys, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to put them in the chat and ask these questions as you guys come on. We'll read those out, so
Henry had 6 jobs on Monday, back to back.
that was last Monday, and then this Monday was another 6 jobs, and we were booking quite a bit. The phones have been ringing every hour for us, just about, and we had just been getting more calls, more calls. So we're booking 3 weeks out right now, and even the gentleman that booked us for bird proofing this morning, he booked us like 2.5 weeks ago, pretty much. So what's happening there? AM pressure washing. Hope everyone is staying busy and hydrated. Don't let this heat beat you down. Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
It's
And
been
Anita.
It's been, yeah. Hello. So Eli says, I just started a solar panel clean. How do you go about charging and prices? Eli, we have 60 competitors here in California, in Southern California, and a lot of guys have been pricing very, very low. I mean, really, really low. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of prices I tell you, because even if I told you right now prices, your competitor's watching you and will probably undercut that price, um, and go from there. Industry standards. I can tell you guys that industry standards are in the neighborhood of $100 for solar panel cleaning to $400 to $500. There's some areas that charge a lot more. They're charging $600, $700, $800 for solar panel cleaning in some areas, and people are actually they're doing it at that price. So for me, Eli, to sit here and give you a price, it would be unfair because, well, first of all, what area are you located in? Are you in Northern California, Southern California, Arizona? Where are you located? Let us know. Uh, so John Comer says, do you sell the attachments to power washer for solar cleaning? Um, I don't know what that question means,
is
but
that a Mark question?
that might be a Mark question. Mark, can you answer that? Need to get booked in August. But we we have been extremely busy with solar panel cleaning and extremely busy with bird proofing. And there's a lot of people out here that are going out and they're doing solar panel cleaning. Um,
Oh,
Let me
Loma
see.
Linda, Redlands.
Eli says, thanks for your answers. South California, Loma Linda, Redlands area. Yeah, there's a lot of competition, Eli, in those areas. You have a lot of people doing solar panel cleaning there.
Mhm.
And there's a guy running around with $2 per panel cleaning um, up in that area. So it just depends what that customer, when they call you, you can give them a price and they'll say thank you and hang up and try to get a cheaper price. There are customers out there that just want the cheapest price. Doesn't matter how their panels look, they just want the cheapest price. So if a guy's out there and he's got a simple brush and a bucket and a mop, and if that's what they want to pay for, they're going to pay for that. So nothing that you can do as far as prices. Check around your area, Eli. Google and find out. Call other people and find out what they're charging. Call your competitor and ask them, what do you charge for a 1 story? What do you charge for a 2 story? How many panels? And let them give you prices. So you got to be very, very competitive with your prices, but at the same time, like us, we are using a different strategy this summer, and we're going to see if it works. And because we have so much competition, a lot of people do know our prices. A lot of people do know what we charge, and they beat us. And so that takes business away from us. So this is why I don't really like to talk about my prices. And we're going to be doing something a little different these next few months that people are going to raise their eyebrows to. But we are going to get the phone calls. We are going to get the people calling us. And that's marketing 101. So we know we have a lot of competition. We know that we have a lot of people watching us on our YouTube channel and trying to figure stuff out. Um, there are a lot of people out here that are starting a solar panel cleaning business, but have no clue how to clean solar panels. And what are they going after?
I don't know.
You don't know what they're going after. What every time somebody calls us and says, "I got 5,000 panels I need to clean," they're not going after residential.
They're going after commercial.
They're going after commercial, right?
Mhm.
I mean, and you ask them, "Well, what do you have?" We had somebody gave us a call today. Has 1,000 windows to do. Doesn't have the equipment, but they're going to go put in a bid. And they asked for our help. And I'm like,
It's okay to ask Henry for help, but he's so busy that he can't be at so many places at one time.
oh no, we get people calling every day, asking for free advice, asking for help, asking for this. And you got to remember, this is our busy season. And I want to tell you, solar panel cleaning is seasonal. So after
What do you mean by seasonal?
well, I mean after November and December, it's going to slow down for a lot of you people, and a lot of you people are going to go out of business because you don't know what to do. You don't know.
Keep yourself afloat.
You don't know how to market. You don't know how to go out there and price. There's people out there that are pricing so cheap that they're going to be out of business in a month and a half, just because of what they're pricing. We call those one-offs. They'll get the customer, and then when that customer calls them back in 6 months, they're no longer in business because they can't sustain themselves with the prices that they are giving. there's college students out there that are trying to make a living and going out there and cleaning solar panels. Um, and they're just they go out there and they get that done. There's guys out here that are window cleaners. They're contractors. There's a lot of people getting into the solar panel cleaning industry, into the business itself. And um, I'll be reading some of these comments, so you guys just put them up there and we'll read the comments. But um, fires, and I've told you guys, fires are coming. Okay, the brush is big this year because of all the rain. We have a lot more pigeons, so we have a lot more pigeon problems. Now we have a lot more taller grass in the fields, and
a lot of vegetation.
And we had 3 fires this weekend here in Southern California, still going on. And this is just the beginning, people, just the beginning. And so you're going to see most likely a lot more fires in Northern California, in Southern California, and other places. And the air quality is going to be really, really bad. And the heat this year is much hotter than it has been in the last few years. Mm-hmm. So you have a lot of things that are going against you when you're going out there. We're finding out that we are starting way earlier, 6 o'clock in the morning. We're out the door, literally going out, and we're onto our first job just to make it there by 8 o'clock. And that's us packing the ice chest and making sure we have all the drinks.
And we've had a lot of customers that are offering us water, even though we have it, because they know how hot it is out there.
Oh, we're sweating every single time we get up there. We have to go. We have to go to Cathedral City and Palm Springs next week. Not looking forward to that. No. It's about 120 degrees.
It'll be probably 90 when we get there.
At 8 o'clock in the morning when we get there. And I'm not looking forward to that at all, but it has to be done. We booked them and go from there. So there's some people out here that are booked even further out just because they're busy. Everybody's busy. So even as a customer, customers are realizing now when they're calling so many people, and some of them aren't answering their phones. Some of them are just too busy. Some of them don't call back. And so, we try to take as many calls as we possibly can. And if not, even with the messages, we call them right back as soon as we can. And Susan comes out and starts booking a lot of them.
It's been so hot that Henry wants to get the job done quickly because it's hotter up on the roof. And he'll hand me the phone and I'll take the calls while he's up there trying to get the job done, because I don't want him to pass out when he's up on the roof or overheat, even though he's soaking himself with water, wearing a hat, covered up. Still, it's so hot up there on the roof that you never know, what could happen.
Right. And a lot of you kind of asked that question. Wow, it's 120 degrees weather out there, and you guys are cleaning solar panels. Aren't you going to break these solar panels, crack them, or what have you? When you actually touch the water that's coming out of the hose itself, it's over 100 degrees. And that water is basically just cooling down the panels. We don't go out there and spray, 20-degree water out there or ice cold water out there. We don't do that. And yes, we work all day long, even at noontime when it's not even at the hottest, but we are out there cleaning solar panels. And I always tell people, you are going to probably get burnt out before the solar panels even crack or break or do anything. So
we did hear from a mechanic. Remember, we talked to a mechanic today who said that because it's been so hot, a lot of cars have been overheating.
Yeah.
So always check your fluids in your vehicle.
Not only are you getting fluids, check your fluids
Yes.
in your vehicles. Yesterday we did an oil change, a radiator flush on the van itself, and it runs great. But we got to make sure that everything is kept up.
Because you're using your air conditioning
Air
more in your car.
conditioning, everything, just everything in general. As a matter of fact, yesterday I changed out the filter in my transmission on my C1000, and that was pretty bad. So
How did you know you had to change the transmission?
well, the C1000 actually was running a little slower than I thought, and I noticed it, and the pressure was up pretty high. So uh, on the C1000, it has a small little filter inside. So we went ahead, I ordered a new one and got that here, and then changed it out. And when I changed that out, it ran like it ran when I bought it brand new. So now, even with that, it's working hard. The brushes are working hard. Everything is working hard. We had an opportunity to go out to Mark's location, change out the fluids in the
The oil.
yeah, the oil.
And why do you have to change out the oil?
Well, you want to make sure that you always change the oil out. So
what's the first indication you have to change the oil?
The first indication is if your oil is black, or it just looks dirty. You want to make sure you get that changed out. You want to make sure it's nice and clear, and it just runs better, runs smoother, and yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
No,
That's it.
nothing else.
No.
Wow, she learned quite a bit.
I
But that's
learned
good.
from Mark, and I learned from Henry.
There you go. All right. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I mean, that's why we're here, to answer these questions. We know that summer it's getting hot wherever you're at, whether you're in Arizona, the other side of the world. We know it is hot. Just be careful out there. And you should be out getting a lot more jobs. A lot more people should be giving you a call, and go out there and start booking them, because you can try to book as many as possible. We were talking about it being a season, right? So,
but don't overbook yourself, or it's going to be too much for you to handle in the heat. It's always important.
No, it's always good to go out there and make sure that when you do book a job, that you don't double book, and you don't go out there and leave yourself thin from one job to another, because anything can happen. I mean, when we do bird proofing, we try to concentrate on a 4-hour window, to make sure that we have enough time, because anything could happen. Today, I just put up a video where I showed up and we had 11 pigeons up on that roof, and they were not scared when I walked up there. They looked at me like, "What are you doing up here?" They were ready to be fed.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to get pigeons out from underneath the solar panels. There was two little babies there, old enough to fly, but we had to get them out, and that takes time, and especially in the heat, it's just extra work. So you got to charge for that. You got to be able to sit there and say, you're working out in this type of weather, so you want to make sure that you charge accordingly to that, because there's guys out here, that are charging dirt cheap, and yet they are, out there for an hour or two and not making any money whatsoever. And for us, whether it's the Racenstein brush or the C1000, that brush is equipped for the solar panels, and you can get done a lot quicker, just with those type of equipment, than you can, say, a water-fed pole or something that you're just pushing back and forth. You get burnt out really, really quick.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out there and bought a nice 12-pack ice chest and filled that sucker up, and it was all good. So let's get to some of these questions and see what's going on
In
here.
answer to Jonathan's question, yes, at some point.
Wait a minute.
At some
What did
point-
John say?
John, at some point we will have Rick on here, but Rick is busy doing his own thing. He's got family stuff going on.
Oh, Jonathan?
Yes.
Okay, Jonathan Rosario says, how's Rick doing? Will you ever have him live as a special guest? We might, just whether he shows up or not. He had some health difficulties, health issues. I think it's personal. I don't like to talk about stuff like that. So it was just best that he get himself better. He's obviously now he's working, doing something else. And if I can get him out here to do a podcast, we would love to have him out. We're still good friends. We're good buddies. Always will be. It's been my buddy for 23 years. And, so things happen, it's health issues or what have you. And my main thing is, hey, just take care of yourself, get yourself better, and we can always come back. So, but yeah, everybody misses Rick, so. John Comer says, what brushes do you buy or do you sell them? Does it hook up to a pressure washer? Yes, sell the C1000. That hooks up to a pressure washer. Mark from AM Pressure Washing also sells the Racenstein brush. You can purchase that from him. That is a rotating brush also that works with the pressure washer. Look, guys, when you have these type of brushes, it makes your job a lot easier. Okay? Period. Especially with times like this where it's super hot. You want to get up on there and get that stuff done and what have you. I can clean 30, 40, 50 panels in less than 15 minutes with our brushes. Whether it's the Racenstein or whether it's the C1000, you can do that. Now, if you're up there and you have a water-fed pole and you have a 3-stage system, expect to be there for a long time cleaning these panels because you are literally scrubbing these panels, going back and forth and just pushing that. And this is where you lose money because some of these brushes are meant for windows and that's pretty much it. But there's guys out here that would do what they can to go as cheap as they can because they can't afford any of the other stuff. So they'll go out there and start with that. And we hear it all the time, but if I was to tell you, if I was to ever do it again, and I started this business, I would go straight for a rotating brush right away. I don't care which brush it is, as long as it's rotating and it's cleaning. What's the difference? It's cleaning, it's making your job better, time faster, and if we can clean 3 houses, 4 houses in less than 2 hours, get out there, get up, get it done, get out there, get up, get it done. You're in the money. I posted a thumbnail. It says how to make $500 a day. Okay. Now, when I post stuff like that, I'm telling you, this is your potential. This is what you can do. We make a lot more than $500 a day. Recently, in the last few months, we have made a lot more than that. Now, I don't like to sit here and throw out big numbers because that's expectation. You have to be reasonable. If you did, say, for example, 3 or 4 solar panel cleanings, you can easily make $500 a day. If you did 1 bird proofing, you can easily make double that. Easily. Even triple that. I mean, there are some jobs out there that we've done that we charge a lot of money for, and customers will pay it. And they pay it because they know that you're going to go out there and do a good job. If you explain yourself, you go out there and you explain the process like we do. Mm-hmm. Susan does that all the time. She will sit there and a customer will call her and she will explain the process pretty much and tell them exactly how I do things. All right?
Yeah, all the time, every day.
Give me an example.
I don't.
Next question.
I don't have one right now.
AM Pressure Washing says, Mark says, Susan, guess what we booked? Looked at your shirt.
The chocolate.
Hello, Henry DeCarlo. Yeah, Henry DeCarlo from KTLA Channel 5. We had the pleasure of meeting him last year and being on his team for the Chalk Walk at Disneyland. And I guess we got to start booking again.
It's coming up August 20th.
Ooh, right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Right around the corner.
And it's in the morning, so that I wasn't sure if you were going to do that this year, Mark.
So, well, there you go. Well, we'll see how we can do because we've been really busy. Let me see. John says, thank you. Just starting out looking to purchase a beginner level. Who's in Missouri?
John Connor.
John Connor?
Oh, no.
No, he's not.
Oh, Loma Linda.
Loma Linda. Petra, what's going on? I like the J Race.
J Racenstein brunches, but she meant to say brushes.
Oh, they take the beating. If you drop by accident to C1000, it will cost you lots of money to repair. That's with anything, Petra. If you drop that, well, we won't even go there, but it's okay. AM Pressure Washing brunches. You must be hungry. Let me see. Where?
Petra.
Petra says, if you get anything 6 months clients, you can be busy. We are booking October through December. Yes, we book every 6 months. That's us. So every customer that we actually go to, we're putting them on the books for 6 months down the road. And we're explaining to each and every customer why you should have your solar panels cleaned during the winter. It's just as important as the summer. And think of this as a customer, people. If you go out there and you take a look at your solar panels, and if they are what color? Brown, then you need your solar panels clean because you are not producing 100% productivity out of those solar panels. You're actually losing money. And it's the best interest for you is to keep these solar panels as clean as they can, as often as they can, to get 100% or close to 100% every single day. That's the goal. That's the point of having solar panels, to create energy and not rely on the grid, on your electric company, to rely on the sun source to go out there and have your solar panels producing. That's the whole idea. Nelson O'Royal says, hello, guys. What's going on? Henry, tell everyone to make schedules, quarterly, biannually, etc. They can stay busy all year around. Absolutely. This is why we do what we do. Now, we can offer 3 times a year cleaning. We can offer 4 times a year cleaning. We can offer 5 times a year cleaning. It just depends on the customer. And we always tell people we make sure that we're available all year round.
Yeah.
We're cleaning in October. We're cleaning in January. We're cleaning in February. Even when it's raining, we're cleaning. We're not as busy, but we are cleaning. And the whole idea is to make sure your solar panels are clean. I don't know, for some reason, I feel like when a person looks at their solar panels, they're looking at them because they're using a lot of energy, especially during the summertime. The air conditioner's on, everything is going. And then now they're panicking, or now they're worried about getting their solar panels clean, which they should be worried all year around. Okay, not just summertime and the hotter it gets. It seems like the hotter it gets, the more phone calls we get. Yeah. Is that true?
We get calls every day.
every hour.
Mm,
What time did I get my first call this morning?
4:30 in the morning. Did he answer? No.
No.
Sleeping.
I got a phone call at 4:30 in the morning to book a solar panel cleaning. 4:30 in the morning. And believe me, my phone is not ringing. I have it on silent, but they left us a voicemail and said, "Give us a call." But this is the mentality of what that people they're they don't care. They're sitting there going, "Oh, I got to go to work, but I got to go out there and book a solar panel cleaning." Well, when we sit there and we tell people we're 3 weeks out, we're 3 weeks out. Your first available is July 28th, August. That's what they're hearing now.
We try to squeeze them in if we can. If we're in the area, we'll try to squeeze them in. But if not, we'll book them later, and we'll let them know.
Right, right. JC, what's up there, JC? Do you email or handwrite a homeowner an invoice for record keeping purposes? That is a great question.
Once in a blue moon, it's very rare that we handwrite an invoice because that's so old school now that we have everything.
So, what is the process? So, explain the process of what we do when
When
make
we
sure.
schedule and when the job is done, it automatically, when they pay, it automatically,
Well,
our system sends them
an
their
invoice
receipt, and it sends them a review link.
and also
automatically.
sends them pictures before and after. So whatever pictures that I have taken, it gets uploaded and then it automatically sends it to the customer. So the customer knows when we're on our way. Customer can follow us through GPS, knows exactly where the van is. And as a matter of fact, today our customer was waiting outside for us.
Mhm. Yeah.
We were like looking for the address, and he's like,
Well, actually, the scheduling we have when we book it, they get a notification that their appointment's been booked
"Yeah." So
soon after I input their information into our system. And then I let them know at the same time, the day of, you're going to get a notification that we're on our way to your house. And then they could text message you back on the same scheduling system and say, hey, something's going on at home. Can you guys come back later or something or other? That way we have a heads up of what's going on before we get to the job. So you can send text messages back and forth and pictures as well on the same system.
yeah.
It's an all-in-one system. We love it.
Okay. And let me see. Carolyn says, "Hi, Henry and Susan. Hello." Um, Jonathan says, "I actually dropped my Racenstein brush from a 2-story, but I forgot to turn the valve off when I turned the pressure washer on. Still works, LOL." Awesome. Well, glad you didn't damage it in any way.
What is the best way to avoid that?
Make sure it's turned on before you start. Yeah.
And hold on to the brush.
And hold on to that brush. One of the things that we do, and we always do, especially with ours, is when we turn on our engine, we're holding that brush up just to make sure that even though it could spin or didn't pay attention to it or didn't notice, so it doesn't take off on you. And another thing that you guys should be doing too is, well, we always want to prime your hose.
And why do you do that?
Well, because if you get up on the roof and you don't prime the hose, sometimes the hose doesn't get primed and no water comes up to the roof. Got to take that hose right back down, prime it, and then take it back up.
What do you mean by priming it?
Priming it basically means that you're starting the engine and water is flowing through 300 feet of hose. And when you see water come out of there, it's ready to go, and then you connect that to your brush. You can also turn the brush on, prime the hose, 50 feet of hose there, and then guarantee that it's water's coming through. Turn the valve off, and you're there.
There you
That's
go.
priming it.
There you go.
All right. Um, let me see here. All this is mumbo jumbo talking through these,
Tara Lynn.
yeah, through everybody else here.
Tara Lynn, I really hope you're doing well out there. I heard it's been pretty brutal out there. I feel for you guys in Las Vegas.
Yes. Francisco Javier, what's the lease you got on a 2-story home for dollar wise? $250. That's the lease. So we charge even more than that in some cases, but $250 is the least that we've charged for a 2-story home. We there's guys out here that are doing it for 130 bucks, 140. 2-story house. Very simple, very easy, and it is what it is. Nikolai, could you please let us know why do you use the Aqua Pro before the water hits your other DI tanks? And what is the difference between these tanks? Nikolai, I've talked about this over and over and over again. It is one of the systems that I actually use that I like because I can clean the resin, but just by adding salt. So I clean this resin, and then it's good for almost 2 years. So it just rejuvenates the resin itself. It takes a lot of the minerals before it hits the 2 big tanks, which makes my big tanks last a lot longer. I feel so. We use that, and we get 0 parts per million. And we just changed out our tanks probably 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago,
No, like a few months ago.
a few months ago.
Probably a month ago.
Yeah, something like that. And we're still getting 0 parts per million. It takes the brunt of all the minerals. I love the Aqua Pro. It's a softener. It is not a DI tank. It's just a water softener. A lot of people use that to clean like their RVs and stuff like that. I like it. I have the on-the-go tanks also that I purchased. I don't use the on-the-go tanks because of the system of changing the resin out and all that. So I use the Aqua Pro plus the rejuvenization kit that comes along with it, where you take the filter out, you add salt to it, and you run it for 30 minutes. And your resin inside the Aqua Pro is back to new again. So that's why I have it. But I like it. And I think it's a great system. Francisco Javier, is that an app or something that you use for the billing and pictures? It is an app. What we use is House Call Pro, and
we love it.
Yeah, it's made.
It's an all-in-one scheduling system.
Okay, now this is where Susan's going to come in.
It saves so much time when you're on the phone with somebody. You can put all their information in. You can put their address in. It finds their address right away. There's there's other apps like Jobber and House Call Pro. We use House Call Pro. We do pay a monthly charge for it, but it's worth every penny. Like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. It's an all-in-one scheduling system. When a customer calls, I can get their name. I put their name down, their email, their phone number, their address. I put how much we're charging, what we're doing on the job, and put the time that we give a 2-hour window for each job. And once they're scheduled, they automatically get a notification on their email and their phone, their text message that they've been booked. And the day of, there's a little button that says on the way, lets the customer know they're on their way that we're on our way to their house, and you can click on the directions to get the directions. They use Waze. House Call Pro uses Waze.
And also they use QuickBooks, so you can tie in your QuickBooks to House Call Pro. I do have a link for that, so I will sit here and leave that link for you on this live for House Call Pro.
You can start the time when you get to the job. You start the time, lets you know how long you've been on the job. When you finish the job, they could pay by check, credit card, cash, and then once the job is complete, they paid. You can download pictures. You can send as an attachment, send the pictures. Once all that's said and
You
done,
can schedule down the road
as a reminder,
as a
6 months in
reminder,
advance, or however many months in advance.
and it will remind you and let you know, as far as let the customer know, and then let you know, and then you're back at it.
It's amazing. I love it.
It also has GPS, so it actually once we click on our way, the customer gets an alert, and they can track us and see if we stopped at Starbucks, Wendy's, McDonald's.
And the text message is only private with you and the customer, so you could text back and forth on that app.
Oh, that's right. You can also text on the app back and forth and say, hey, we're on our way, or we're running a little late because we're in traffic. And then that way the customer knows.
And you can edit the invoice when you're there at the job. Like, let's say something extra that they wanted, like gutter cleaning. You can edit the invoice and input that and update it, and then they get an updated invoice.
Right. So instead of you charging $500 for the job, you can charge $800 for a job for the upgrade, and you can just basically go out there and put that change in, and automatically it will update and then give that customer a new invoice. And we send pictures. So any pictures that I actually take from my camera, I just upload that into the system. Once that's uploaded into the system itself, I can send those pictures directly to the customer, and the customer gets them. So, yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah, Jonathan, yes, they can track you.
They can track you if you have it on. On the app, there's add-ons, and you can add that on for GPS tracking, and the customer can see exactly where you're at. And it's a good thing too, because
what's great about it is that it has a review link that it automatically sends the customer, and they can leave a review soon after the job is done.
We've
gotten at least maybe like 6 or 7 reviews within the last week or so.
Just within the last week. We actually got 3 reviews in one day. And it automatically sends them that reminder, and they get that. And it's a great program. It's about, I want to say $150 a month. I'm not sure how much, but I want to say either 150 or 180. I couldn't remember. But it's just part of our program. We like it. We're paying for it, and we'll pay for it every single month just because it's a great service. It makes our job a lot easier, because when somebody calls us literally right on the phone, Susan's out there already booking them. She's booking them. She's booking them right. She's getting the information, putting it in there. And then before they even get off the phone, she tells them, you're going to get an alert saying that we booked the call. And then automatically they get that alert saying, you just been booked. And that way customer knows that they've been booked. West Coast says there are different levels you can buy. I think we got the pro level, West Coast. So we're using the best one they have. And we like it because it has a lot of features that
still working on the other features, but it's been amazing. I love it.
Yeah. Okay, so Pain and Panel says, what is the
House
name?
Call Pro.
Tara Lynn says, Customer Relations System. Um, got it. Appreciate it.
Oh, Tara Lynn, wanted to ask you on your question. That's why you start early. How early have you been allowed to start on the job out there? I'm just curious.
In Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they can't start too early, but
Yeah.
for us, we
7 a.m.
for us, we want to be able to start around 8 o'clock. We don't want to get too early because we don't want complaints, especially from neighbors that are still sleeping. Even though it's hot out there, we want to get at our job at least by 8 o'clock. Sometimes we have to leave at 5:30. Sometimes we have to leave at 6, and just to get to where we need to get to. Um, and so we got to leave early. I know, like next week, we're up in Cathedral City and Palm Springs, and we have 3 jobs up there to go do. And we're still booking for there. So people are still calling us for solar panel cleanings and bird proofings. So we're booking them as fast as we can get them, but we want to make sure that I'm not working in 120-degree heat either. I don't need to be passing out, like she said, at that, it does get hot. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you explain
Free
more?
essay.
Free press.
Free press essay. Can you explain more on the solar panel being live with electricity? I've seen your short video. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. We have a pen that we use, and that pen you can actually put on top of the solar panel. Will let you know if the solar panel is hot. And when I say hot, that means that there is a short, or there's something that is not grounded to that solar panel, and it could have electricity going through it. If a pen picks up 120 volts and that pen picks that up and it turns red, you have voltage. That's what I mean. Now, do you go out and touch it and test it? That's up to you. I mean, totally up to you. You have a pen that's telling you that you actually have voltage going through there. We don't know, but what we do is we suggest that the homeowner calls the solar company and have them take a look at what's going on. We are not there to fix their problem. We are there to protect ourselves. And the only reason why I use that pen is to protect myself. To make sure. Sorry, we got another call there. But so that's what that pen is for. Now it's like $20. If you want to buy it, you just put it on top of the panel. I like to put it on the frame itself. That way I know if it's live or if it's not live. And there could be nothing wrong with it. It could be just a bad ground for all we know. I don't know. But that's where the pen will pick it up. And so you can check it with that. I check every single one of my solar panel cleanings before I start. That's part of my inspection. And and I go out there and I check it just to make sure that I'm not dealing with a live system. And if I am, I'm letting the customer know. And then they can call the solar company and have them come out and take a look at it. Okay. Now, do we go out there and do we clean these solar panels? It's totally up to you. It's up to your discretion whether you're going to clean them or not. So I don't. For me, I'm not going to tell you what to do. It just helps the customer out. That's all it does. And it helps you out. And it protects you. And it's safety, being safe out there. And you never know. You could have a live wire. You could have a live wire and go out there and it'd be on the panel, and before you know it, you could get electrocuted. We don't know. So that pen will help you determine whether those solar panels are hot, and that's all that's there for. So okay. Um, let me see what else. Oh well, the program sounds great. House Call Pro is great. We use it too. That is West Coast Power Washing. Yes, it is. We love it. Um, let me see. There are different levels that you can buy. Paint and Panels Pro Cleaning. What's up there? Thank you for being a super duper fan, guys. West Coast Power Washing, Paint and Panels Cleaning. Thank you. I am at the site at sunrise, 95 degrees in Imperial. Yeah, you're Death Valley over there. Um, those white roofs will cook you. Yes, you do. You want to wear a long sleeve shirt, preferably white. Light colors. You don't get burned. Um, and I wear a long sleeve and so forth. So John, thank you very much for donating $1.99 for
Coffee.
Susan. She just got her coffee at Winchell's because of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. And he has a question.
Working on buying your Zoom course.
Oh, working on buying your Zoom course. Thank you very much. And yeah, we'll work with you on that. So great. Josh Rivas, what's happening? What is the best way to try and offer the service to your customer? Best way to sell or pitch the service? We get a lot of calls from Google My Business. We have established our Google My Business. We've also established a great website, and we get a lot of phone calls through there. There are other guys out here that are putting out door hangers. I've seen videos out there of guys putting out door hangers. I've seen videos of guys out there soliciting, which I don't suggest that you do. Okay? There are people out here that says no soliciting. I feel, and this is just my personal opinion, SoCal Solar Panel Cleaning Company does not knock on doors. We don't do that. What do we do with door hangers?
We hang them up.
And that's it.
That's it.
So we go through the neighborhood. When we're working in that area, we'll get our door hanger and we'll just put it on the door and leave. That's it. We do get phone calls. We do get people calling us saying, hey, I have a door hanger and you have an offer here. I'd like to take advantage of that. And then before you know it, we're booking. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. So, just depends. But there's other ways to market. I mean, there's guys.
And word of mouth too. Because
word of mouth.
The jobs we got in Cathedral City, it started off with one customer. Then she called her neighbor and said, hey, I'm getting my solar panels cleaned. Do you want to get yours done after mine? She said, sure. So it's kind of like a word of mouth from other neighbors too.
Right. Tara Lynn says, have you ever been audited for workman's comp insurance? No, have not. Petra says, if your
books are in order,
if your books are in order, nothing to be afraid of. Yeah, this is why you want to use some of these programs like QuickBooks, House Call Pro, the Jobber. Some of these, they're there for you to kind of keep everything in check. So we use QuickBooks, we use House Call Pro.
And you can see on House Call Pro how much you made in that day. Daily
and that month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For that month. It keeps a record of everything.
Yeah, and the week.
A report. It gives you a report.
Gives you a report, tells you how much you actually made, and it's been pretty impressive. Mm-hmm. So
How do you remove overspray from paint, Petra asks.
Yeah, that's a separate video, Petra. Look, I mean, you remove. There's stuff that Mark sells that you can purchase, and you can spray on the panel itself. There's a very light uh, remover, but you got to be really careful because you can burn a lot of plants and you can burn a lot of stuff. So you got to know how to do it. Um, and I use my C1000 a lot for that to get paint removal off of that, and then also use the solution for that. Remember, people are going to sit there and go, "Well, you're going to void the warranty, blah blah blah, whatever." Didn't the customer already void the warranty by having paint on the solar panels? Didn't they already do that? Didn't the paint guy out there that sprayed those solar panels, didn't they just void the warranty? So
It's amazing how many people that have had painters paint their houses.
how many paint removals have we had?
A lot, because
A
the
lot.
painters don't think about covering the panels.
And we charge a lot of money to remove paint. We charge a lot. And a lot of times the homeowner will go out there and charge the painter. So it will, we are doing a live podcast over here. So so when we go out and we do paint removal, we charge a customer a lot of money. It's not cheap, but we're out there working, and so there's many ways to go out there and do that. But we do use a paint removal for that, specifically made for the glass. Okay. John says, thanks for answering another question. No problem. We'll see you, Mark. Have a good evening. He's out of here. Nikolai says, do you recommend the DI tanks from Amazon that you provided links to some of your other videos? I mean, you can buy it from Amazon or anywhere you want. I just make it easier. So when I have a affiliate link out there, I make less than 2%. I don't make anything off my stuff. They're just affiliate links. It takes a lot for somebody to actually purchase big systems for me to even go, oh, okay, I got a nice check for this month. So you can buy it anywhere you want. You can buy it directly from the company. You can buy it on Amazon. I do have affiliate links out there that I do put out there. So if somebody buys it, it just tells me somebody purchased something from your link, and I get very little money off of it. You're talking cents, not talking dollars. So, and it takes a lot because there's a lot of people that go through my videos, and there's a lot of people that actually purchase from my affiliate links, but that's not where I make my money. That's not even close. I make more money on new subscribers and people watching my videos from my sponsored ads. Sponsored ads, I make quite a bit of money off of those. But I've been doing this business for over 8 years now. And so I get more and more people watching me every single month. I have new subscribers coming in, which is very nice.
Josh Rivas, what kind of facts about the process and panels do I need to know regarding the water pressure, reasoning for cleaning the panels, how much deficiencies are caused from dirt, etc.?
Wow, great answers. Great answers.
Question.
Great questions, I mean. John, the facts are, if you don't get your solar panels clean, you will lose a lot of production. So if you don't clean your solar panels, you are not making 100% productivity. This is the process. Solar panel companies come in. They put the solar panels up on your roof. They're not even activated yet. It may take them weeks before you're activated. Then you start making money. At that point, those solar panels are dirty. because they've been sitting up there for weeks. They haven't been doing anything. There's, and you haven't made any money off of them. So if you see that your solar panels are brown and they need cleaning, clean them. It will benefit you. I would rather make 90% coming from those solar panels than 60%. I cannot give you a accurate data of what's being lost because each solar panel system is different. You can have a Tesla system that is a top of the line Tesla system that produces more energy than you can maybe a Sunrun system or any other system out there that people are putting on. Nowadays, you have brand new homes that only require 70% production. So they don't even give you enough panels to produce 100%. You have to add more on. In order to do that, you actually have to purchase the panels. If you're leasing the panels, then they really don't care because if they're leasing the panels, you're making the solar company is actually making more money off of you because you're paying the lease and whatever energy that is being produced, well, that is, they don't care. If you're producing 50% energy, 100% energy, they really don't care because you're paying for the lease. It's when you go out there and actually purchase your solar panels that you should be out there worried about making sure that these solar panels are clean. Now, to answer your other question, um, what are the facts about the process and panels do I need to know regarding the water pressure? There should be no water pressure on those solar panels. My C1000 comes out to 1.3 gallons per minute. There is no pressure coming out of there other than spinning the brush. I have 2,000 psi that has to spin that brush. Now, once it hits that brush and that's spinning, the pressure is actually inside the transmission and spinning the brush. If you were to lift that C1000 up, you can literally put your hand right there and the water would drop straight down and some would shoot forward because of the brush. That's it. There's no pressure on that other than the brush of what the brush weighs. Other than that, you're not pressure washing solar panels. If you see somebody out there actually pressure washing solar panels, they're not cleaning the solar panels correctly. Hopefully that answers your question. How much deficiencies are caused from dirt? A lot. So, several things that will cause deficiencies: smoke, ash, ash from fires, dirt that haven't been cleaned off. So you get rain. Rain's never clean. You wash your car, right? It rains. Guess what? Your car's dirty. Now, if you got the wind's blowing, you got more dirt going through, it starts to get dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. Now, people see it on their apps, and we have people tell us all the time, my solar panels increased a lot. We don't know how much they increased because obviously they have the app. So we don't sit there and go, these should be producing 100%, which they should be, but we don't give them an accurate number and say, you're going to get 150% production out of your solar panels. We don't do that because we don't know. But we can tell you is the cleaner they are, the more production you're going to get. And it's the proof is in the pudding. If you look at your electricity bill at the end of the month and your solar panels are clean, you're going to see you're probably going to be saving a lot more. So we never give out an accurate increase of what's going to happen because we don't know. If you guys like what we're saying, don't forget to smash the like button up here. That helps us out with that. All right, you want to answer the next question?
Josh Rivas, to sound professional, what kind of questions do customers that are hard to handle without knowing the facts.
To sound professional, what kind of questions do customers that are hard to handle? What do you mean hard to handle? What are you talking about?
Can you be a little more
Be
specific?
a little bit
Josh,
more
with us?
specific. Petra says good night. Good night, Petra. Top G, what's up there? Top G Solar Cleaning LLC. What's up, guys? It's been hotter than hell and high water, and busy
No,
as
it's
hell and
been-
high water.
It's been hot as hell and busy as hell.
Where at?
Where's Top G from?
Arizona.
Arizona. Yes, very hot up there.
And he says, salute to all the cleaners in Nevada and Arizona because damn, it was hot this weekend. Wait till next weekend. Hey, what's all these hearts flying up on the side right
There's
here?
on the.
It's
the
distracting
corner.
me. I can't even.
No, I love the hearts. They can click on the heart and the hearts start flying all over.
Yeah, that's very distracting.
We love the hearts. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Top G Solar Cleaning says, you're welcome. I'm here. I'm here in the Bay Area, and I can't imagine bird proofing at 118 degree.
He's not from
LOL.
Arizona.
Sorry, we were thinking of somebody else.
I wasn't. He was.
I was.
Mm.
Jonathan, thanks for being a super duper fan. Appreciate that.
What's been the temperature out in the Bay Area? Top G?
Hot.
I don't think as hot as not here.
So I get some people that lease their panels, and most people say that they don't want them clean because they don't own it. What do you tell these people? You're losing money. You are losing money because you're not looking at the big picture. The big picture is saving as much money and producing as much energy as you possibly can during the day. So when you go out there, at night, you are using your electricity from the electric company. So think of it this way. The more that you produce, the better it's going to offset at night, unless you have batteries and battery backup. So let's explain how solar panels work. Solar panels will produce energy during the day, but as soon as that sun goes down, solar panels will stop working. Now you're using the electricity from your electric company unless you have backup batteries. If you don't have backup batteries, all the energy that was stored during the day goes directly into the grid. And when it goes into the grid, who gets that? The electric companies. Now, say for example, somebody who's a Tesla owner, okay, and they got their car and they're charging their car up and what have you. If they have backup batteries, what's going to happen is, and this is the best solution possible. So you have, say for example, you have a solar system. You're producing energy during the day. That energy is being stored in your electric company, and then at night, when the sun goes down, you're pulling energy from the electric company. So you're offsetting what you actually made to what you're actually using. So you think of it as during the day, you produce, at night, you're using. So this is how it's working. This is how your bill starts to work, right? Now, if you have batteries, backup batteries, usually 2 to 3 per household. You will store the energy during the day. It will load your backup batteries, and you have energy stored in your backup batteries that you can go off grid and use them at night. So you're not dependent on the electric company at night. You're using the backup energy that is stored in your batteries at night, and then during the day again, your batteries are drained. You will go out and start producing more, and it will just recharge the batteries. Now, the the electricity company has an option to go out there and purchase the energy that you have stored through these backup batteries. And so they are able to pay you for that. And this is the best scenario that you could get from owning solar panels. That is the best scenario, is to have backup batteries. And that backup batteries is to have that energy stored in them, and you can use that at night. Woo! I think I just said
Carolyn,
it.
top G, we separate bird proofing into 2 days if needed. Once it hits like 1 p.m., we're off the roof. It's no longer safe. Carolyn, how do you separate bird proofing into 2 days?
Well, she'll probably go out there and do some of the bird proofing, clean up, what have you during, and then
Then come back the
come
next day
back and maybe
and
do
put the mesh.
the mesh. I don't know. Maybe that's the case, but there you go. All solar cleaning services, is that a fact? Yes. All solar cleaning services. It's hot here plus humidity up in Orlando, Florida. Welcome, Juan from Orlando, Florida, to our channel. We appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Top G says,
it was 108 on Saturday and Sunday. I was bird proofing both days. Tile roofs show no mercy. My butt was on fire while installing the apps. What do you suggest they use so that they don't burn themselves?
well, Top G, what I will do is I will wet down the tiles and I will cool them down. And you probably want something like a what I use is I use a blanket that I can sit on. That way my rear end is not on fire.
And knee pads.
And knee pads. This morning I did bird proofing. It was already close to 90 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning.
And gloves.
And so I was fully covered up. And what was the first thing that I did when I got up on that roof?
He wet his hat.
So I took my hat off,
towel.
and then I had a towel that I had inside the hat, and I took my yellow tip off my gun, and I sprayed down my hat, soaked it, threw it on top of my head. Water was drenching down. Customers looking at me like, that's what you should be doing. And as water's dripping, I'm working. And, so.
It's always good to have one of those cooling towels too.
A cooling towel might be good too. Somebody had mentioned something. All Solar said something about, did we miss his comment? I don't see his comment.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Josh Rivas says, I'm a solar installer. I do full solar installs. After an install, can you give me an example of what to say or tell the customer to choose your cleaning service?
Okay, so I do full solar installs.
He's an installer.
Okay.
So if customers come up to him and say, hey.
Well, Josh, I mean, look, let's be real. A lot of you guys out here, especially the guy, I know that you're just an installer, so you have no control over this. But the salespeople that actually go out there, they're not going to pitch that they need the solar panels clean, right? Because that is a maintenance issue and a maintenance problem for a lot of people. So what I suggest that you do is, say, hey, if you want the best productivity out of your solar panels, make sure at least you get them cleaned twice a year. And if you tell them that, your conscience is clear, you don't have to worry about it. Say, if you want the best productivity, make sure your solar panels are clean. Okay? Don't go up on the roof by yourself. Hire a professional company to come out and clean your solar panels, and you'll be much happier with your production. That's what I would tell the customer after you do your installs. Free Press SA says, thank you for your input. No problem. All solar cleaning services, read my comment above.
It was about that, about what you just talked about.
What was
the
it?
Solar companies and offering cleaning service.
Oh, yeah. All Solar says, I'm saying is most of the solar companies do not offer the solar cleaning services. No, they don't, because there's really no money in it. for these guys, the money is in the installation. That's where they make their money. You got to remember, they're selling 30, 40, $50,000 systems, sometimes, 15, $20,000 systems, and they want to get them up on the roof and onto the next job. Okay. They make their money that way. That's where they're making their money. They're not interested in solar panel cleaning for $100. Not interested in that. This is where our companies come in. This is where we make the money. We offer the bird proofing. We offer the solar panel cleaning. We offer the upgrades. We have companies that we work with, Sunrun, Tesla, and when we do upgrades, we call certain people to go out there and take a look at their panels and see if they can add more panels to them and do that. We'll do that for our customers, but we don't actually have a license to install, so we give that to other people who have the C license, C46 license, I believe it is, to go out there and do the install. And we leave that up to those guys to do all the planning and everything else. Josh says, thank you so much for your help. I subscribe and looking forward to these live podcasts. Have a good night, guys. Thanks again. No problem, Josh. Thanks for coming in and subscribing to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate that.
West Coast Power Washing says trying those arm sleeves with UV protection.
Yeah, very, very good. Arm sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Arm sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, need as much covering as I can get.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, it has been a heck of an hour and 16 minutes. We appreciate you guys coming on. Susan and I want to thank you for coming on and watching our podcast. And with all the little, what's that?
Emojis.
Are those ice cream cones?
No, it's a party hat.
Oh, party hat.
It's a party hat.
Oh, I thought it was an ice cream cone.
I'm loving all the emojis popping up.
Wow. Very, very nice. Anyways, thank you for the emojis. Thank you for the thumbs up. We appreciate that. Good night. Buenas noches. All solar cleaning services. Get some good and well rest. Well deserved. Appreciate that, Top G. We're going to get some food. Yes, we are. It's time to eat. I got another booking over here. Okay. Another booking. There you go. Guys, thank you very much for watching our podcast. We will see you guys next Tuesday. And keep watching the videos. Keep commenting on the videos. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And we will catch you guys on the next video. See you guys. See you on the next one. Peace.